So that's one way of doing it. The other way that you can export and share data is through XML files. So if you go to external data once again, click XML file. It's got the name there. Let's name this task for Truman Tiger and save. And then schema of the data, don't worry about that. Don't worry about the presentation of it. All we need is the XML because that's the plain marked up text. Click OK. These other things are ways to style it or structure it, but we're not there. So click OK. It is exported. And we are done for today. So if you open up this, an XML document, this opens it up in a browser. You see all of these different tags, type, and then an opening tag and close tag. This has all the data, and this is a really powerful way to share and exchange stuff. XML is especially useful on the web. So, right now we are at a place where you have exported your data in CSV and XML formats. You just have to coordinate with classmates to create a single shared access database. So the question at this point is, how do you do that? I'm going to leave you guys to play around with that a little bit more. I'll give you a hint. It had to do with the external data tab that was within Access. You guys can all work together and all use CSV files or XML files. It's your call. But what you need to do is you need to go onto the discussion board and work as a group to collaboratively create a single shared database file in Access that incorporates everybody's final metadata that they've created for their 10 records. The process probably won't be easy. You're probably going to get annoyed by it. It's going to be a pain. Give yourself some time, but it'll be worth it. Part of the reason for doing this is it'll give you some actual first-hand knowledge of why database administrators do that and nothing else for their job. It's very complicated, very technical, but it also requires a lot of time to do it right. Okay, so once you do that and once you work as a group to create this single database, you have to save it in your root Dropbox folder. So just name an Access file the same as you did before with all of the content, group database. Just name it that and share it in the root folder, not in anybody's individual personal one, in the root one. And the reason you're going to want to do that is it's going to actually make everything accessible to everybody. So they're going to be able to share it. It's going to be obtainable. You're going to be able to look at everything, and that'll take care of it. And then the last bit of this assignment is to collectively document your experiences and frustrations as a group on the discussion board. So talk about, was the process of everything that you've gone through easy? Why or why not? How do you imagine the process would be complicated when working with a large set of records? Would you do something different next time? Why is this the case? And did Access make things easier or harder for you? And also, are there things like duplicate entries that might make a difference later on? That sort of thing. So I guess all of that said, we're about to wrap up. I will say, though, that when you work on this project as a group, make sure to create a backup of not only your work, but the shared database for everybody, because Dropbox is not a tool that you can have multiple people working on the database at one time. Dropbox, unlike a web-based instantiation of MySQL or another, online tool or database, doesn't allow for concurrent users. It allows you to collaborate, but the problem is it's not designed to protect data validity. So if multiple people are working on the same file all at once, there's a chance that, hey, one person saves, the other person goes in to save it too, it overwrites the previous version, the work gets lost. So my suggestion is to identify a group lead or a database administrator who's going to oversee the process, but I'm going to leave that up to you. So that said, I'm just going to go through the uploading process within Dropbox. We've got Truman Tiger's folder here, and the folder is empty. So let's say you want to upload everything. You are going to click Upload, and you're going to choose the files. Go to IR Lab, and 1 through 4 will be uploaded to that. So we've got task 1, task 2, task 3, and now it's uploading. It's fairly large, you'll see, but this is going to save everything within the folder. So while that's uploading, another thing I do want to tell you is that Dropbox folder permissions are a two-way street. The folder that I'm going to be sharing can be shared with classmates, and your folders that you're going to share may have to be shared with your classmates as well, which is why it's important for you to send your email address. When the email addresses are all sent out by everybody in the class, I'll try and make sure the permissions are open to everybody. If there aren't, I will make sure to send the email addresses of everybody else so you can grant permission to them for your particular folders. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to work together as a group to open and look in other people's folders, copy the folders out if you want to, and use that to kind of facilitate the data importation process in your shared folder. So in this case, we've got the 4 different folders here saved under Truman Tigers folder, and I don't have the file saved right now, but if I had that final group database, what I would do is I would save it in the IR Lab folder, not under the Truman Tiger folder or any of the other ones that will be here later, but the folder that's going to provide basically a container for everything, which is just IR Lab. So that is all I have for today. I'm looking forward to seeing how this process plays out. There's going to be a lot of experimentation with it, I'm sure, some problems, but hopefully some learning too. And if you have any questions, again, with everything, just don't hesitate to ask. That's what I'm here for. Next week, we'll take things up from here. We'll use the data set that you guys built, imported, constructed, and we're going to go through, maybe do a little bit of data cleanup, and then spend a lot of time learning how to structure queries based off of the different tables. We're going to learn how database design interprets, I guess not interprets so much as influences the IR process, and then we'll wrap everything up. So I guess that's all for today, and I will just talk to you soon. Thanks. Bye.